Now, this is the prelude to how to, well, no need to drink because we're going to teach you to cook something. This is the prelude of how to make yakiniku. And he's insisting on drinking, but yakiniku, is yaki means what?
Grill.
Grill or grilled?
Yes.
Grill or grilled?
Correct.
Which? G-R-I...
Both.
Grill or grilled? Both,
Yes.
yeah? Niku means meat or fish?
Meat.
Okay, so grilled meat, yeah, not grilled fish, but actually some fish is involved.
We do have, yeah.
They call it grilled or grilled meat, but sometimes it's fish in Japan.
Yes, as long as you are eating at the Yakiniku restaurant.
Yeah, and we intend in our series to take you to actual restaurants and also teach you how to make it so that you can just make it at home. And that is going to be mostly Kaz's responsibility. I'm just going to be asking him the questions on how to do it. And he's going to actually do it. And we're going to prove that anybody can cook anything.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Anybody can cook anything. Even if you've never done it before, you can do it with this pen. No.
Chopsticks, chopsticks. Come on.
Okay, so please watch our episode on the history, first of all. You've got to learn a little bit about the history of the Yakiniku, and, we'll come to the comical history lesson if you want. Okay, thanks.
Cheers.
Okay, well, you don't need that. I told you. You don't need it. It's food.
I just did it. Sorry.
Okay. Well, we were due to start this video at 6:39, but it's 6:40. What the hell? And what we're talking about tonight is the history of yakiniku.
Yakiniku, yes.
Yakiniku. Yeah, because, my name is Rick, but many people call me Riku. Rick from the hiragana, Riku.
No, katakana.
Katakana. Sorry. Of course, a long word.
Right. I mean,
Riku is katakana. Sorry.
Katakana. Yes.
Sorry, my friends.
That's okay. It's okay.
Sumimasen.
Gomenasai.
Gomenasai.
Senpai. Daijoubu desu. It's quite okay.
What does senpai mean?
Senpai means senior.
Okay. And kohai means? Junior? Disciple?
Disciple or private.
So I'm going to ask my mentor here about the history of yakiniku.
Deal.
And I'm going to come up with some pretty basic questions. There's two theories, I think, about where yakiniku started. The most common one is after World War II, that it was imported or came in from Korea. Now,
correct.
That would be the normal one.
Yeah.
This is the normal standard idea of the birth of yakiniku?
Or even before the war, where some of the Koreans people already lived in Japan, right, in the 20s or 30s or even before.
Oh, that's right, pre-war Japan. Thank you, senpai.
Okay.
You got the pre-war Koreans were already grilling.
Grilling, yes.
And what exactly what kind of meat were they grilling?
The intestine part of meat, so, innards, heart,
and that kind of thing.
That kind of thing, right? Because back in the days, Koreans didn't have freedom, right? Opposed to modern day Japan. So so I'm just giving the facts. Okay, we love Korean people. We're not smashing these people.
There's still quite there's a serious thing going on here in Japan with Koreans who are resident here.
Yes.
But that is in another
episode.
Another thing entirely.
Yes.
But can I just go back to just after the war and another type of food, Suiton.
Suiton.
Okay, what is
nothing
Suiton?
to do with the Korean food, but the Suiton means basically boiled rice dumpling, because they have no access to get meat or fish. The only way to filling their stomachs, right?
Right, and so
rice
this dumpling is very thin, but it's quite a little bit tasty. But
do you want to eat that every day?
No, but they had. They had to. They had no choice.
They had no choice,
including Japanese after the war. It was
correct.
A tough situation.
Yeah, but these people survived by eating. But many of people not even having access to get suiton or rice dumplings. So I guess the people who have the access to get that kind of ingredients is still luckier.
Yeah, and I want to confirm one more thing is about the term black market. And when you think in modern terms, black market is sort of illegal or currency that you might get in China, the renminbi. But at that time, black market, the yakiniku was being sold after the war in the black market area
I heard about
by
it, yeah.
2 types of Koreans or something. It was so. They didn't actually have a license, did they?
So that's why it's called black market.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after the war, so late 1940s to maybe mid 1950s,
Yep.
and certain parts of Japan, so the Japanese government used to feed people, right? So I give you a bag of this, bag of that, so
Right.
so that at the same time, so they are not. The Japanese government didn't allow. I could be wrong, but you please check yourself. But they didn't allow the people to practice selling food items.
That's right. They
But
were very
even
careful.
though, but even people who are receiving the food, you know, their stomachs stay empty. So that's why even my grandparents told me. Too bad they died, but they ended up sneaking to the black market to get some food.
And can I just jump forward to the modern day just for a moment? We'll come back to the past.
Surely.
But the horomon. We got this word horomon yaki stalls, or stall is like yatai or something.
Yes.
What does this mean actually? Horomon.
Hormone, right?
It sounds
Okay,
like hormone.
the hormone just the imported borrowed words from hormone, right?
Oh, I see.
Hormone,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So basically it means they grill or cook the intestines, heart, or tongue. These are categorized
And the tongue
as
is
hormone
the
yaki.
tongue is especially delicious.
Oh, beef tongue, my favorite. I can eat 3 pounds of it
Tell
every
me,
day.
I mean, I live for the beef tongue when I go to these yakiniku places. I mean, the tongue. You don't. When you think of the word tongue, you think, oh, no, oh, that's not for me. But as soon as you've tasted it, you might change your mind.
Yeah, it's crispy.
The other theory is, this is just a theory, I suppose, is that before the Meiji era, and as you already talked about pre-war, but before the Meiji era, the Japanese were eating meat from birds, wild boars, and and they were grilling it over a fire.
Sparrows too.
And now, do you think, when you say grilling over, this is my question for you, grilling over a fire. Now, do you think that, like in Bulgaria, I heard that in Bulgaria they dig a big hole and they put the spit under the ground, and like they put the pig and they turn the pig and the heat from underneath. But in Japan, maybe it's above ground, or do you think it's below?
Okay, so those of you have any chance to look at the ancient style Japanese houses, they cook it on the floor.
On the floor.
Yes. So, but these are called robata yaki.
Robata yaki. And this is very much definite. There's no choice about this. Robata yaki is the style of cooking.
Yes.
I mean, we can go to the open air museum down here and we can see replicas of old Japanese houses,
so
and you can actually see the robata yaki.
You put that a Barbie, right? I mean, the metal stick or bamboo sticks, meat or veggies or even sweet fish. It's called ayu, the river fish.
The river fish.
So you know, that's how they do. Did even today, some people still do. You know, I love to do that. Okay.
So going back, here's another one for you. Going back to the 1930s, so before, you know, not 1940, 44, 45, but pre-war, 1930s. What do you think about the... I've got here, sukiyaki style bulgogi. Have you ever heard of that?
No, never.
Never heard of that. I never heard of that. I really wonder where it came from. I think it could be fiction. We maybe just pass on that, but let's check that out. If you viewers at home happen to know about sukiyaki bulgogi, please tell us more about that. It might have something to do with, you know, with the war situation. So please write in and tell us about that.
Yeah, we would love to learn.
So. No problem at all. You might have had a nice piece of meat earlier, or something like that. You know, we got pre-war days, after war.
Tomorrow I'll be cooking sashimi. Not cooking, making sashimi. I bought 3 pounds of it.
So we got
anyway.
We had before. We had in Korea. We got the chef using the scissors, and in Japan, people are basically self-service, right?
Do it by yourself. I'm not gonna do it for you. No, just joking. I mean, it's similar to sukiyaki. I mean. you cook by yourself. But the Korean style, the chef or waiter or waitress, whoever working at the restaurant industries, right? They'll do it for you.
Very
Yes.
beautifully, very, very beautifully and skillfully. If you go over there
Yeah.
to, Myeongdong or Itaewon or Seoul, Busan. But if we go, I suppose, 1950s, we come after the war, then come to about the 1950s. That's when the restaurants, the so-called Yakiniku restaurants, really took off. Isn't
Correct. However, back in the days, the word yakiniku didn't exist, according to some sources.
Oh.
I watched some Japanese TV shows about the history of yakiniku.
Yeah.
Right. So basically, what happened was, so after the Second World War and then Korean War started, right?
Yeah.
So after that was even today, we are still presently at war, but let's say in the 50s, the war situation gets settled. So North and South gets split, divided, right? Politically speaking.
Yeah.
At the same time, so the South people, so Korean people in Japan who have North Korean backgrounds or South Korean backgrounds, they, of course, politically split it. So that the restaurant-wise, so I remember my grandparents told me that when you go to the Korean towns, you see either North Korean cuisine or South Korean cuisine.
Right.
So most Japanese or foreign nationals or expats in Japan, naturally, they ended up eating at South Korean restaurants.
It was a bit of a shame and troublesome,
Yes.
maybe even financially for the North Koreans, but
they
not
have
to say
nothing
that
to do with
the North Korean,
politicians, you know?
taste-wise though, actually probably both were very, very good.
I mean, Koreans are Koreans, right? So
Right, that's it. North Korean, yeah.
human beings are human beings.
Yes, I mean, I once met, in Seoul, North Korean who had come over to South Korea, and he took me. We didn't really speak very much because I couldn't speak any Korean, but we did have some kind of bulgogi over there in a restaurant, and we had some kind of dialogue. He wanted immediately to do some kind of business with me, which was impossible because I was just a tourist.
I see.
But he seemed like a very nice, amicable kind of guy.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to get to another thing. You talked about.
Let's get back to the yakiniku. So that the Korean, so the Korean entrepreneurs in Japan, because we are politically divided, it doesn't make any sense to put things like South Korean restaurant or North Korean restaurant.
No,
that's
not at
hurting
all.
the business in the restaurant business
of
industry.
course.
So one day they came up, hey, you know what? How do we say the Korean term bulgogi in Japanese? Yakiniku. Boom. Then the restaurant discrimination or difficulties settle.
Just like that.
Boom.
Just like that.
That's it. So then they start changing the names, right? Restaurant names.
Right.
So Yakiniku restaurant replaced South Korean restaurant or North Korean restaurant. So that was happening sometimes in 1960s or 70s. That's how. So
that brought the peace. It
yeah,
actually
brought the
brought the
peace
peace
in a
between the
restaurant.
two Koreans and the Japanese, and
Yes,
the meat brought, as always, food, sport brings the peace.
Yes, maybe seasonings might be different, but basically they're cooking the same meat, right? So
Coming on to seasonings, and can I just ask you some more basic questions about it?
I don't know if I can answer the questions.
No, they're just like a lot of dishes in Japan have this thing. Now, is my pronunciation right? Skidare.
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 Okay.
What is skidare?
Okay, basically it means dip sauce. So dipping sauce.
So when you eat the meat, which is the yakiniku, and in Japan you're doing it yourself on the panel, right?
And then yes, correct, a panel or the grill
grill.
barbecue.
So you grill it yourself, and then you dip it into the sauce after, yeah?
Correct.
And then you can choose like the two main ones. I always think of salt and
Just plain salt.
just plain salt.
or some people put lime juice or lemon juice,
Yeah.
squeeze it, and they eat them. The other one is the what was that? The soy sauce based one. So soy sauce,
Yeah.
sugar or honey, maybe sesame seed or sesame oil.
Sesame oil.
So
That's
soy
really
sauce based dipping sauce. Those are good.
I think we might have to go out to a yakiniku restaurant after
Our
this.
mouth is watering like Niagara Falls. Okay.
Yeah, we don't. We've got to get to that. That's coming next.
Yeah.
And then some people, at some point, they griddle, right? I mean, I never experienced this, but Kaz, who's been here as a child or something, you griddle at home. I mean, you had a. I mean, what is a griddle anyway? Electric griddle is spread rapidly. It said in Japan.
Yes.
This is kind of like a homemade. What is it? Homemade device for making yakiniku?
Yeah, homemade device. Yeah, I mean, even today, I mean, you can purchase throughout Japan, right? So it's
you
like
can?
a hot plate,
Oh, you can still get it.
electronic hot plate. We don't.
How much do they go for? What do you pay?
See, I don't buy that stuff.
Me neither.
I mean, I use stainless steel cooking pan, But I think last time I looked, some starting at 2,000 yen or $20 and up to the fancy one, maybe up to 30,000 yen or $300.
Not too bad. Not too bad. If you're really a yakiniku fan, it's not a bad deal.
Yeah.
And
So people, and when the yakiniku becoming popular back in the 70s or 80s, they start buying because the griddle can be used for okonomiyaki or pancakes, yakiniku, you name it, everything.
oh, so you can have multi-purpose.
Yakisoba, stir-fry noodles, stuff like that. Yeah.
But I don't want to quiz you too hard on this, but
Well, you can try.
some women, when was the point? I'm not saying it was forbidden for women to go to the yakiniku shop or yakiniku
Yeah, my
restaurant.
mom told me that. I think I know what you're talking about. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
So when did this custom, women were not able to go without the husband or
Okay.
the yakiniku shop? What was
All right.
it?
I mean, that's a customarily. I mean, Japanese law never forbidden women to go to yakiniku or any restaurant venues, right? So
And there was probably a reason. A practical reason was the smoke, or
no,
not really.
You see, I guess back in the days, old-fashioned Japan, right? So women are not dying outside. Only with the maybe unless you're working with certain company or family members together, different story.
So they usually dined at home rather than in the
So
restaurant.
even like my mom told me that you're not allowed to go to sushi restaurant by herself. If you got to eat sushi, go with husband or family members, or you have scooters or motorbikes deliver sushi to your house, like a pizza delivery. Sushi delivery, different story.
Yeah.
I mean, Japanese constitution never said women cannot go to restaurants.
No, I don't.
I'm so as ramen too.
So,
Today,
but basically, the custom
okay.
at some point
Yeah.
that changed. About when do you think that was that women started? Because nowadays it's like 50-50, or even actually it's a housewife's joy. If you go to the yakiniku at lunchtime, you see more women there than men.
Yes.
I think it's gone the other way. Men
Yes.
are,
Now I have no freedom.
Okay, cool him down. He's burning. He's
Okay,
burning.
okay.
I'm trying to cool him down.
Okay.
But women, he's burning. Yeah.
It's about radiator. Okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Women, the housewives are dominating the yakiniku now. Down the road, I'm not sure if it's still open or not, but the last time I went there was it was about 2 p.m, and all I could see was housewives nattering and having a beer. I didn't see any men.
So you're the only man?
I was the only man there, so I think there's a
Well, you're lucky, yeah. So you've been
a
surrounded with beautiful women.
reversal of fortune.
Man.
Reversal.
Damn.
Okay. Calm this guy down. But these days, I did one more question for you.
Okay.
We're talking about meat, but actually, yakiniku can be. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Niku means meat, but fish. I never thought fish was meat, but you can have fish.
You can order some fish. Yeah, if you want to.
You can have fish and vegetables.
Of course.
And you
Mushrooms.
can have, and there's certain side of noodles, side dishes are very popular.
Correct.
Can you tell us a little bit about
Okay.
what you might order?
Okay, normally I don't touch.
The side dish?
I mean, I love side dishes.
Right.
So I remember when I go to the Korean restaurant, they serve side dishes, but it's kind of disc kind of plate. It's called, I think it's called banchan, right?
Banchan.
All right, so it varies from kimchi or fermented cabbage through salted squid. Those are expensive, that's $60 per jar. I ate all of them. The store manager is kind of angry, but at the same time, the store owner loved I'm eating that
because one of the things you've got to be careful about in Japan is depending on the yakiniku restaurant or any restaurant you go to
worldwide.
at the beginning, you just suddenly sit down and then some little dishes appear in front of you. This is like the tip for the restaurant. This could be like an extra 1,500. Then you just got to pay that before you even start paying for the rest. So you've got to be a little bit careful about that.
Of course, it's etiquette,
food etiquette. So
etiquette,
you
right.
really better to go with, if you can, go with a Japanese friend that you know well, so that you can choose your price range of which restaurant you'd like to go to. Because if you go to the good yakiniku places, you might be spending a little bit more.
30,000 yen.
Yeah, exactly. And you might not be immediately ready for that. And that even goes for steak. Don't just enter a steakhouse without first checking with somebody if it's a normal price. Because you can get, even some steakhouses, 100,000 yen has existed in Ginza.
Yes, I don't go there. But
No, I don't either. I'm not going to pay 100,000 yen for a steak.
Yes.
But if you're a certain class of person...
Yakiniku has, you
Great,
can get, affordable yakiniku, it's like starting at 1,000 yen or $10. If you want to go to the chain one, it's like 2,000 yen or 3,000 yen. All you can eat.
Yes, that's the usual where you see the crowds of people. It is sometimes nice to go to something a little bit better.
Definitely.
But
if you want the best,
Yeah, and but check out with somebody who's been there before. Read the report first, just to find out how much it will actually set you back. Just like you would if you're going to a restaurant in France, you might just check their pricing. Whereas because in Japan it's the pricing is often a foggy area, and like in Otemachi area. Sometimes I used to go with my
financial district.
Yes,
right?
with my friend Teherani, and we used to have sushi. And even if you just had 2 pieces, it's the same price as if you had 10 pieces. And I always wondered about that, but it's just the style. You go to have 2 pieces of sushi and a beer, it's the same price as 20 pieces of sushi and beer. Depends on the owner or the master of the shop.
Yeah.
So you've got to be really careful, reasonably careful where you eat, and just watch it a little bit.
Yeah, so just look at the menu. If they, market price, be cautious. Yeah.
And just one more thing, I just asked that.
Sure.
The other dish that we're Kaz here, Kaz is the cook, right? He's the guy that's going to cook the yakiniku, but also we're going to do another episode on another one, Genghis Khan. Now, what is Genghis Khan exactly?
Genghis Khan dish has nothing to do with Mongolian cuisine, but why Japanese say Genghis Khan? So basically, it's the mutton or lamb dish, right? So thinly sliced mutton or lamb mixed with vegetables, cook it on the hat. Genghis Khan hat-like
on a hat-like device.
Not device, the cast iron pan.
Cast iron.
Cast iron, right? So reason why they end up calling Genghis Khan or Genghis Khan or stuff like that, because
Oh, that's right, Genghis Khan. If you say Genghis Khan, they'll understand you. But if you say Genghis Khan, you might not be understood.
Unlikely.
So Genghis Khan.
Anyway, so it looks like the hat of what Genghis Khan was, wearing.
And nothing to do. Many people might have watched the Marco Polo on Netflix, and Kaz isn't that character Genghis Khan. I mean, he might want to be the king. Maybe he can act like it, but he's not that Genghis Khan.
I'm just the eater.
You're just the eater. Well, you're the cook. You're the cook.
Yeah. So that's how it happened. Yeah.
So we hope that you will join us to... yes, we must mention, very, very important for you, that we intend in this series is to make food that is... you can make it at home. So after Kaz has made the yakiniku, for instance,
Sure.
we're hoping that you will be able to take that yakiniku dish and do it yourself.
Yes.
I mean, we really want to promise this. And if you can't, just write to us and make us make another video
Oh, yeah,
to make sure
definitely.
that you can do it. That's going to
Yes.
be our motto.
Yes.
So we want to make things accessible to you wherever you are in the world, be
Yes.
England, Australia, Canada, India, it doesn't matter. Anywhere it should be okay.
Yes,
Okay,
and
well,
then by cooking
different
at
parts
home,
of India,
you
we're not
can
sure.
choose the ingredients, right?
Yeah.
If you are worried about the food quality, food safety, then make your own food at home instead of eating it outside.
That's right, and
Yeah.
we even might be going to a yakiniku restaurant where we have a very professional yakiniku. That's why we're calling ourselves the
Yes.
Comical chefs in
Yes.
a way, brothers, is because we're going to go to the restaurant, eat the yakiniku, and film them doing that.
And
And
then
then
at
we're going
home-
at home. We're going to show you, or Kaz's rather, is going to show
I'm
you
gonna show you
how
guys-
to make yakiniku,
With best ingredients.
best ingredients, and probably make it even tastier and better.
Normally, I use organic vegetables.
Yes.
Right? So that's a big plus, right? Because if you don't use organic vegetables, I mean, you are eating the air. You're losing 90%
Yeah, but we are, you know,
nutrition
let's
value.
just say this. I mean, of course, we want to, you know, we are going to use mostly
Yeah.
organic stuff.
Yes.
But we're going to try to make something that is accessible to you
Yes,
so that you'll be able to watch the video and make it at home. That's
Yeah.
the point, right?
exactly.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
Definitely,
And
yeah.
please make sure that you subscribe to this channel so that you'll be able to pick up that video as soon as it is uploaded.
Yes.
So, without further ado, we'll see you at the yakiniku episode. Okay.
Forthcoming one.
Forthcoming, yeah.
Stay hungry, everybody.
Stay hungry, yes, and we might hit that yakiniku shop, yeah.
Absolutely.